Hi folks, John here. Today I thought we would take a look at how to make our little amateur toy keyboard sound like a big boy synthesizer. At least try. Our keyboards for today are a Yamaha Portasound PS3 from about 1980 and a Casio SK1, maybe 5 years newer, from about 1985, and light years ahead of the Portasound. But the Portasound has 44 keys and some very nice sounds. And boy, if you can get a hold of one of these Casio SK1s, definitely do. I'm not going to go into everything it can do. We're just trying to make little keyboards sound big. But I'm going to turn it on here, select my trumpet preset with no vibrato. Now it's important when you're trying to make your little keyboard sound like a big boy synth that you have some kind of a line output or a headphone output. We have a line output here, just a small mini phono plug on the Casio. On the Yamaha we have actual 1/4 inch output, so we can run it. We don't need any special adapters or anything for the Yamaha. And then we need some guitar pedals. Now I come at this from a guitar perspective. Piano was my first instrument, but electric guitar is what turned me on to music. So I have a lot of guitar pedals. And right now we've got our keyboards running into this mixer, and I'm going to turn on the Casio. Now it's on these 3 channels, and there's my trumpet sound. Probably only coming through 1 speaker right now, but that's because of how we got it routed through our effects here, how we have it routed through our effects. So we have, I'm going to try and back up so everybody can see, we have a stereo delay, we have a stereo flanger, and we have an octaver, which adds sub-octaves, 1 octave below and 2 octaves below, which can be adjusted with these knobs. So these are cheap Arian brand pedals from the 80s, and they were the inexpensive alternative to Boss pedals at the time, and they are cheap. They have plastic cases, the knobs and the battery covers are easy to lose. The jacks and potentiometers inside are junk. They're not as good as what Boss uses now, or at the time these pedals were built. However, their circuits, I think, sometimes rival those of Boss. That's just my personal opinion. But if you can get these and they're working, these are great. So let's kick on a couple and show you what I mean. That's our bypass sort of dry tone, and now I'm going to add the delay. So now we have both speakers going. And then I'm going to add the flanger, which is a very noticeable, I think, effect. Dramatic, let's say a very dramatic effect. Alright. And so how I have this routed is the keyboard is going out into the octave pedal and then into the flanger. The flanger has stereo outputs, one of which is feeding the board, the other is feeding the stereo delay. The stereo delay has stereo outputs, and they are feeding the other 2 channels of the board. And I'm going to back those down just a little bit, I think. So now I'm going to add in the octaver, because I think this is the coolest element of the setup. This is what makes it sound like a big boy synth. Now, the thing I like about this octaver is that it does not track very well. And I think that's what makes it so charming. But when you do 2 notes, it doesn't know what to do. So here we go. So I think that's going to be one of our core sounds for our little loop fest we're going to do later. Let's move on to the porta sound here, which is set to a clarinet setting, and I'm going to activate that. Now it is plugged into a delay pedal here. This is a Electro Harmonics memory toy, and I love it, so I would recommend this as well. And then we have a fuzz here. Now this fuzz has two controls on top. They're sliders. They're not rotary pots, but they do the same thing. So let's turn that on. This is going to give us our kind of 70s edgy lead tone. Alright, so on the floor I have a digital delay that is set for a very long delay, probably about 10 seconds, and gonna adjust it again here. Hold on a second, I need to adjust my repeats. Okay, there we go. So we need, nope, other way. There we go. So I've got adjusted for kind of an infinite repeat thing, so it'll sort of loop. I'm going to turn the fuzz back off here for a second because it's a little bit noisy, but when we play we won't notice. So let's start our loop, and that is on